Hello!
Welcome to the
the
next
next
stop. It's been a while since we talked to you last time.
Yes, you were probably wondering, and hopefully I'll have a end of the Alaska trip so you can have that finalized. But we're beginning a new adventure this summer.
This is our summer going up the East Coast.
Hopefully to get a little cooler for Molly. It's like I said, going up the East Coast and going all the way up to Maine and then over to Niagara Falls, and then coming back down
Through Canton, Ohio, my hometown.
Yeah, and we're hopefully seeing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Football Hall of Fame, which I've never been to, neither one of those. And we're going to have a surprise too, probably for you when we do make it to Ohio, but we won't spoil that right yet.
But speaking of surprises, we weren't starting our trip in Atlanta, but that is where we started because our beautiful daughter was in Atlanta for a whole week doing a training session. So we left on June 10th and drove to Atlanta and got to spend one great day with Sarah. And I think Phil will have some film from that because it was quite an eventful day. We did a few things that we'd never done before.
Yes, that's true. It was very enjoyable. It was good to see Sarah, even though Molly had just gotten back from Alaska, and I wasn't able to see her, but she was able to come in on this conference. Actually, she was in Marietta, Georgia. And oh, by the way, we there was a diner there that was
the Marietta Diner.
But anyway, it was great. We even got to go to a sushi.
You're going to show them all the films.
Yeah, I'll show you the films. Anyway, but it was real fascinating.
Well, and then we left there, and our first stop along our East Coast trip was Savannah, Georgia. And I lived in Savannah for a brief time when my parents lived there. And so it was nice. We spent 2 days in Savannah.
2 days.
And so we looked around, and the weather was beautiful, and we had a really good time. And then we left and stayed and went to Charleston.
Just kind of go back, we stayed at a state park there in Savannah called Skidway
Island.
And it was excellent.
And then we went to Charleston. I have a cousin, Kathy and Craig Reifeis, that live in Charleston, and we got to spend a couple of days with them. That was wonderful. We stayed at a motorhome park in Charleston that Phil will give you all the details on because this will be our third time staying there. And it's a really nice park and easy to access all the wonderful things that Charleston has to offer. We took a carriage ride in Charleston that was recommended by my cousin Kathy, and it was a lot of fun. And I just want to point out I have my Buc-ee's shirt on because my son now works for Buc-ee's, and he is in the maintenance department. So whenever you're near a Buc-ee's, go in and say hello to all the wonderful employees that they have at Buc-ee's.
It's a great place to stop.
And speaking of our son, they are expecting another baby. And so this trip, we will be trying to finish up the middle of August so that we can get back home for the birth of our new granddaughter. Logan is now 13 months old, and just a sweet little boy, and we're looking forward to a new little girl in the family.
And he's starting to walk, which is a whole new adventure.
I'm sure you'll see some of him in these videos over the next few months.
Also, when we were there in Charleston, another cousin of Molly's came up and visited Lizanne and Greg.
And they live in Amelia Island, right outside of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes, they came up and visited while we were there with Kathy, which was real nice to get together. Got to go on a boat ride and all. So
But we just wanted to say hello.
And we will keep you updated, and I hope you enjoy some of the pictures. If there's something you want to see or you have some suggestions as we go up the coast, feel free to leave them in the comments.
Oh, please do, because Phil will give you maybe a list of the cities we're going to be in, and you can tell us what your favorite thing to do in that city, or your favorite place to eat, or most importantly for Phil and I, your favorite place to drink.
There you go. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you like it, subscribe to us and give us the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next stop. We're here at Fort Sumter, where
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina.
And it's said that the first shot was fired here for the Civil War.
But actually wasn't actually shot here. It was shot at from an island, from another fort about a mile away, from Fort Anderson.
Yes, I believe that was the name of it. But it's been very interesting. The park rangers here told us the history of the fort, and we're now walking around and seeing where some of the gun turrets are located. All of these bricks that we're looking at were made on plantations by slaves. And I haven't seen one yet, but they say if you look really close, you can see their fingerprints in the bricks. If we find one, we'll make sure we film it for you. We were the first tour group out here to the fort this morning, so we got to see the flag being raised.
Flag raising, which I'll show you some video of that.
But it's a very nice trip out here, about 30 minutes on the ferry, and it was a lot of fun so far. Anything from you?
No, that's about it right now on the next stop. So we'll see you later.
We've done under the sun. Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?
Top of the roof, you'll see ram skulls and bull skulls. That is the Roman symbol for sacrifice, and that's because in 1841 this building was used as a butcher shop, which was 51 South Battery, so this is 51 and 1/2 South Battery.
Love, woo.
Tree's picking up already, right? And it's coming from that direction. So your property value increases from about $700 per square foot to $1,400 per square foot south of Broad. So that area over there, that's north of Broad, but if you live north of Broad, you didn't mind people knowing, but you wanted them to know that it was only slightly. So this church is made out of Connecticut brownstone. The reason why it's made out of Connecticut brownstone, there's no native stone in the city of Charleston. Right now, we might only be like 8 to 10 feet above sea level, depending on the tide. So you dig down, and all you're going to find is club mud, and oyster shells, and seawall. So all of this stone is imported from the quarries up north. Also, this is the largest collection of stained glass. That's going to be up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, wherever the Amish might be. No Amish around here either. Now, these guys are used to working on farms, pulling up stumps and tilling fields and things like that. We bring them down here, and this is semi-retirement for these guys. Yeah, we don't, yeah. These guys only work like 3 days out the week. They only work